Hello, my name is Rita McCoy, and I want to talk to you about what happened to me. I am a Washingtonian. I was born and raised in Washington, D.C. I went to D.C. public schools. I went into the Army Reserves, and I was also a police officer, actually a homicide detective for just shy of 28 years. But what I want to start with is that when I was 17, I had a little boyfriend, and we had planned on getting married and things like that, and I became pregnant. This is 3 years after Roe versus Wade. So this was in 1976. I was just turned 17 years old, and I found out I was pregnant. My boyfriend at that time, he had had a son a year before. So he definitely didn't want a child. And I, to be honest, wasn't prepared. I was looking forward to going to college and all of that stuff. Abortion was easy. A lot of girls in my community were having abortions, and of course I didn't proudly walk around and even tell anyone, including my mother, that I was even pregnant. But I quietly went, I made an appointment, I went in to have an abortion, which was the most horrific thing I've ever encountered in my life, and I'm 61 years old. And even as a homicide detective, as a police officer working in Washington, D.C., at the time of the highest amount of homicides ever from 1991 to 1993, almost 500 murders a year, I never experienced the most horrific thing that I did was when I had that abortion. When I was there was so many girls having abortions too. It was awful. And later, a year later, I had a bleeding ulcer, a bleeding cyst on my ovary. Did not know that could be related to the abortion. And years later, when I got married at 25, I couldn't have children. And I had no idea, because I had planned on having a whole bunch of kids. Well, I ended up, as I said, I joined the police department. And I later became a Christian. And I started having different ideas about a lot of things. And even as I sit here now, and I think about the murders that I dealt with on the police department, and now this crazy organization called Black Lives Matter, is an offense to me as a black woman, as a black former police officer who dealt with murders every day for 19 years of black people killing black people. I mean, look at the statistics on abortion alone. First of all, we're 13% of the population, which has been basically since I've been alive. And then we are 34% of the abortions in the United States. 34 and 13% of the population. Something's wrong somewhere. And the murders are black people killing black people. So we're killing our babies in the womb, and then we're killing each other. But our lives matter. Who do they matter to? And I'm saying, wake up. Come on, people, wake up. It's not everybody else's fault. We have to take responsibility for what we do. And I'm saying to you, if you even believe in God, and I know a lot of people don't, but those that do, you have to know that God is not pleased. That's why all this craziness is going on. God is not pleased. So I'm telling you, wake up and realize that you can live a life that is pleasing. And all of this Black Lives Matter, if you look at it, these people are against God. They're against, they're for abortion. They're for having the fathers out of the homes. They don't even want men in the house. They're pro everything except God. And so that means that they don't have a problem in destroying and killing. And so I'm saying to you, don't agree with something you don't know about. Check it out for yourself, and then make a decision if this is right or if it's wrong. So I just pray that you will think about what I'm saying, however way you do it, but realize that abortion is wrong. It's not right, and it's not pro-choice, it's pro-death, because there is a pro-life. So what's the opposite of life? So it's just a pretty little package, but it's still death. is murder. And if you notice, it's increasing as far as, oh, it's not enough when you are a few weeks. Then it's months. Now it's wait until the baby comes out, then we'll kill it. How would you deal with that? I'm 61. I'm still dealing with what I did. I know God forgave me. And I know, it was a long time ago. But do you know after what you will go through? No. It just seems convenient at the moment. So just think on these things, please. And I wish you all just wellness and happiness and peace.